Hello, afternoon.
Hello, Professor.
My microphone, my mic. Okay. Let me connect the other computer. It is suppose that is. Oh yes, admit all, including myself. Yes, perfect. Good. Okay. We are here again. Welcome back again. Starting a couple of minutes with the list, and after that we'll continue with our session. How was your Independence Day? Was good?
Yeah, pretty good.
Not much?
Yeah, a lot of pozole.
Ah,
Yeah. Professor, I got a question regarding more an exploration regarding the Model 1 and 2,
uh-huh.
the, we say the summary, because
Yes.
I, I had a mistake. I submitted on the Model 3 and 4. I didn't realize until I see your comments in the activity.
Uh-huh.
I just want to say sorry for the confusion, and I don't know if there is anything to do because I understand the qualification was low because of that.
Yes, I consider certain reduced kind of penalty, but if you, I can open again and you can submit again, and but you will have a reduced grade if you don't mind.
Yeah, I understand that it was my mistake. I didn't
Okay, no
see
problem.
clearly in what activity I was submitting.
Okay.
When I realized, I just see that I submitted on the activity 3 and 4 mode,
Okay.
and I was like, but it was too late. It was closed at that time. So yeah, I would
Okay.
appreciate if you allow me to submit it in the correct platform.
Okay. Yes, I will. I will consider. You do you have your files ready in this moment?
Sorry, I didn't hear you. What did you say?
If you have all your files ready for submitted in this moment?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me give you a few moments and I will open the opportunity that you can
Thank you.
reload, resubmit. Okay. Okay. Let me move my the appointments and I'll see. Let me see. Is the summaries. Okay. Let me see. Summary. Just for this exceptional situation. Let me see. Okay. If someone else has the opportunity to consider, please go ahead. If they didn't present before. Let me edit business summary. Let me see. Okay, until today, September the 22nd, 2025, before midnight. Okay. Anyone, if you had the submission of this task, I will appreciate and I will consider. Obviously, with a certain penalty, but it's better than not good grade. Okay. Okay. Let me take advantage of the opening of the Canvas to go to the list, direct to the list. Okay. Let me ask if you are ready in the session. Let me see. Monday, the 22nd. Jorge Abel.
Here.
Oh, thank you. Welcome. Jasmine Mascona.
Hi, here.
Hello. Hello, thank you. Maria Benavides. Maria is not here. No, well, Maria. She hasn't arrived. Okay. No. Hector Armando.
Here.
Thank you very much. Welcome again. Leide Calderon.
Here.
Thanks. Welcome. Yassine Eljid.
I'm here, Professor.
Hello again.
Hello, how are you doing?
We're doing great. Thank you.
Perfect.
Manuel Garcia. No, Manuel?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, I
Ah.
was just revising Canvas to submit the activity.
Thank you. Okay, I will make the note after the session. Stephanie Alejandra.
Hi, I'm here.
Oh, thank you very much. Welcome. Maurice David Gauthier.
Yes, I'm here, Professor.
Oh, thank you very much. Miguel Gutierrez. Are you there, Miguel? No? Knock 3 times if you are there. No? Okay. Yuxian Li.
I'm here.
Hello, thank you.
Hi, doctor.
Hi. Diego Axel Marquez.
Here, Professor.
Thank you very much. Oh, good view. The fall. The Niagara Falls, or what is that?
Yeah, Niagara Falls.
Oh, good. Very, very good view. Andres Eduardo.
Here, Professor.
Thank you. Josue Mora.
Here.
Thanks. Welcome again. Santiago Papaki.
Here.
Hello, Santiago.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Omar Ernesto Reyes.
Here.
Thanks, Omar. Welcome. Eduardo Rocha.
Here, Professor.
Hello, welcome. Maria Fernanda. Marifer. No, Marifer is not there? Really? Oh, what a pity. Jose Salvador. Jose, are you there? Jose Salvador.
Here.
Oh, thank you. Welcome.
Yeah.
Ana Gabriela Sepúlveda.
Here, Professor.
Thank you. Hello. Enrique Villar. Enrique.
Hi, Professor. Here.
Thank you very much. I'm going to repeat the names missed. First of all, Maria Benavides. No, Maria is not here. She hasn't arrived yet. Miguel Gutierrez.
Present, teacher. I was having problem with my audio. Sorry.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. You are now in the list. Maria Fernanda Rosales. Marifer. No, nothing in the chat. No, teacher. Well, Miguel Gutierrez just only the chat. Okay, we don't have Maria Fernanda and Maria Benavides. Two Marys. Okay. Oh, someone is coming. Who was there? Let me see.
Hi, I think it was me.
Maria. You are Maria, and your last name is?
Rosales. De la
Marifer.
Cruz. De la Cruz. Yeah.
Marifer, yes. Okay. Welcome again. Thank you very much. And Maria Benavides? No, Maria Benavides. Okay, later on, maybe. Okay. Any question before we restart our sessions? I consider your great reports
Excuse me,
about.
Professor.
Sorry, go ahead, Justin.
Are we presenting the project in the second deliverable or this one?
Yes, in the second time. Yes, I explained you that this going to be together in the, I do believe it's in, let me remember the date. I think we're going to have a small video today from Lego. The next, we're going to review Lego case, and
Okay.
I maybe will be in a couple of weeks, maybe October the 1st or something like that. Let me see. Let me remember. Let me see models. Oh, sorry, save. I didn't. Yes, now we saved the list. And let me see the next group. Yes, October let me see. Pardon me? Let me see the date. Business summary, October the 6th. Second, October the 13th. October the 13th is the
Yes,
date.
thank you.
Okay. Yes, we're going to put together the first part, considering the main issues, main subject, and after that, we're going to present the second part that is one of the most important and detailed situation about our project. So, and before we need to present the Lego case, the Lego business case, we're going to review, and after that, you were going to present in groups. Okay. Now let me open my syllabus on the to recheck, double check. We have this date in the canvas. I'm going to recheck with my syllabus. It's more clear in the syllabus. Let me see. Okay. We are September the 22nd. Yes, the video of Lego. The next week will be the Lego business case development. And October the 5th, you want to present, the 6th, sorry, to present the Lego. And yes, after that, yes. I'm going to share my screen in order to clarify this question. This is a very important question. Let me share my screen. Okay. So we have here the syllabus, just to clarify. Today, September the 22nd, we're going to continue or finish the Unit 3, the Section B, related with the capabilities, capacities in the organization, within the organization, and we're going to review a small video from Lego. The video, I don't know if we want to have time today. Maybe if you don't have time, we will see the video next week, but I prefer, depends of the situation, but we can continue with this. Next week, we're going to review, starting with Unit 4, is related with the planning and integration of project. It means the first stages of the project development. It means opening and initiation and integrated the information for the definition and initiation, the planning, the first planning of the projects. And we're going to continue with the business Lego development. And October the 6th, we're going to present, you are going to submit your analysis and resolutions of the case. And the next week, October the 13th, we're going to have that session exclusively for the presentation of the projects. First part, each team, and second part, each. So we're going to present the first and second part of the project. I'm going to give you a guide, instructions. Okay, please, for the first part, enhance these parts and the second part with those. And then in order to establish certain time for the presentation in each one, and we can have the opportunity to ask questions, to share information, etc. Okay. So, any questions before we continue? No? Ready?
Yes, clear.
Okay, thank you very much. So today we're going to have review certain models that is very important to recap, or if you don't know, to learn or how to use for the internal diagnosis in your projects, in your program, in your portfolios of projects within the organization that you belong or you are working for. So it's very important. Well, sorry, this is September the 15th. Yeah, okay, no problem. Yes, this is the next. So September the 22nd. So, so remembering our agenda planning, we have just more in the middle of our course. It means that we are finishing the internal resources and sustainability of competitive advantage. It is the unit number 3. We're going to finish. We're going to be exactly almost 50% of the course. And next week, we are going to initiate the 4th unit. And in section A, that we're going to review the project initiation and definition. It means project development phases and project charter, stakeholder identification and analysis. And in the following week, you are going to present, and in the next, detailed project planning. It means the first 2 stages of the model. So we're going to finish today the first general idea for overview of reviewing what is going on related with the projects, with just for instance, develop a new approach for certain market, a new approach for certain manufacturing process, a new approach for the innovation, product development, for instance, a new office or logistic warehousing, etc. So it depends on the ideas and the concepts of the general management in the company. So today we're going to finish this. So we are going to continue with the last part with internal strategic diagnosis. Okay, consider what are our resources and capacities, and what ideas, tools do we need to consider for establish a sustainability in the competitive advantage. First of all, we're going to review our objective for 3B section. The student, all of you will understand what models do we have related with the development of value propositions for the construction of competitive advantages, and in order to have a formation, set, and durability. It means sustainability of that competitive advantage. Considering, for instance, in internal analysis, the quality standards of a company. Just for instance, this is a brief history about the evolution, how the quality management evolved during the last decades. For instance, in the 20th century, in the first decade of the 20th century, considering the 2 axes, sorry, I'm going to come back. Let me put the marker. Okay, here we have starting 1910. It means initiating our revolution. Revolution in 1910. In this axis, the x-axis, we will have certain different concepts, evolution, of the quality management. Let me move this because I do believe that's evolution of quality management. Let me put here this. Okay. I do believe it's okay that. And in the y-axis, we have certain attributes to be oriented to the customer, stakeholders, citizen, the orientation of stakeholders, etc. It means in 1910, we established a quality control. It's very alone, this effort in the company, like a certain department. Let me open my camera here in order to be reviewing direct to you, presenting. It means starting with this as a isolated department. But after that, we consider not only for the products, we consider products and also the process, is evolution of that during the second and the third, almost the third decade of the 20th century. After that, is affecting or is sharing this responsibility and accountability, not only in the product, not only in the process, even within all the organization. In the 1930, we established the first efforts for quality assurance, okay? And 2 decades in advance, we established from 1950s after the Second World War, because of the reborn of certain nations like Japan and Edward Deming's efforts, Toyotismo, Toyota Way. We considered improvements, Kaizen concept. It means improvements in everything, even with the talent, human talent, related with the opportunity to be better in certain performance. So we established quality management. It means considering all the organization and evaluate the performance. And then during the last 3 decades of the 20th century, from 1970, 1980s, and after that, 1990s, we have a total quality management. It means total means all the organization, including suppliers, the providers, including relations with customer, building a good relation with the customers. And during the 21st century now, it means 25 years ago and even 1 or 2 decades during this situation, we have also excellence concepts, total quality management, and also now considering the concept sustainability. It means the harmonized development between economical, social impacts in favorable impacts, and at the same time taking care of the environment. The nature is going to be taking care because we are using resources from the nature, but we need to take care of that. So total equation, these concepts in this. So that is, most of them are related with internal improvements. So that's one of the reasons that we are considering in the internal way. It means for analyzing these new concepts, these new considerations, we have the famous 5W1H, eventually it's 2H or more, but at least 1H, resources to establish creativity in the organization. The first W is what. What is going to be analyzed. The second is where, in what moment, where is going to be in the process, in the office, in the warehouse, in the facilities, in where, with the customer, etc. The third is when, what period of time we're going to consider for that, and who to whom or who is going to be committed or who is going to be involved, compromised with that, okay? And the first how will be how we are going to do it. Another could be how much is costing this or how much is reducing our productivity. It means how we are going to do it, the way that we are going to do, and also how much is costing, how far is it? It means from today, point B to tomorrow will be in the point B that we are going to improve. Just for instance, and why we are going to do this? It means, just for instance, we're going to improve certain process, certain products, certain service, and we need to analyze this very carefully and analyze it very, very simple, but going to be a reflection of those ideas. And remember, the first people that is handling the quality management, like Mr. Kaoru Ishikawa, established the fishbone diagram, or also cause-effect diagram, considering the M's, the famous M's, for manpower, machinery, or machines that we are using, materials that we are considering raw materials, etc. What kind of methods, procedures that we are doing, the environmental issues, the mother nature that is related with temperature, humidity, whatever, and what kind of system of measurement, what measures that we are doing to consider for establish, okay, this range to this range, or this temperature, how are going to be measured, okay? So, and then we considered the fishbone diagram, for instance, certain effect that we have, all the roots here related with the costs that we have. For instance, the manpower, okay, patience of the people, materials not good enough, material for that process, measurements, analyze calibration of the equipment that we are going for measure that property or that competency, whatever. The mother nature, roots, or the temperature, humidity, for instance, the method that we are using, and the machines do have lack of analysis of change in the shift for manpower, etc. So, but also we can expand this view, this point of view, considering not only M's, like an acronym, could be a piece, for instance, physical evidence, personnel, place, product or service or process, price means the approach of the price, promotion, we're going to consider advertising or sales force or technical representations, whatever process that we are using, productivity and palpability of the product, certain quality, performance. So for instance, we will have those tools for analyze in order to analyze the situation internally. So competitive advantage is considering certain effectiveness areas or critical areas of results. It means building of building blocks that consider to produce, to establish, to formulate, or to have competitive advantage. It means we are going to be involved certain core competencies, the things that we are doing very well, certain capabilities that we have, and we can take advantage of that. We can exploit those, and certain resources, financial resources, technological resources, material, raw material resources, even human talent. Okay? So competitive advantage in engineering projects is built upon a foundation it means the foundations, the core business, the core competencies of resources that enable capabilities. It means the core competencies of the business, the core competencies of the project development. These elements working together to create these sustainability advantages that give us or lower cost or give us the certain elements of differentiation, certain here original factors of distinguished from the rivals. It means I am the first in this or the faster. Remember, Citius, Fortius, and Altius. Faster, stronger, higher altitude or higher distance length that I am moving. I jump longer length than my rival. It means so we are going to have this. Just for instance, resources in project engineering considered tangible resources like physical assets, equipment, materials, technological assets like hardware, software, the system that we are using, but consider at the same time intangible resources like intellectual property. Remember the human capital, the intellectual capital that we have divided in three elements: structural capital, relationship capital, that we have between the links, bonding with all the people, providers, the community, customers, stakeholders, stockholders, whatever, the government even, and also the human capital, that we are the most important part of the intellectual capital. It means reputation, the brand, the name of the brand, the recognition of the brand, the bonding, the relationship that we have built from many years, several years from the past and today. Track record of that organizational culture. At the end of the time, we are sharing certain values, norms, attitudes, working practices, work methods and procedures of work, etc. And obviously, human capital, technical expertise, engineering knowledge, specializations, project management skills for planning, coordination, leadership, interpersonal capabilities between communications, negotiation, teamwork, leadership, emotional intelligence, etc. And certain organizational resources related with the management systems like quality, safety, environmental issues, information systems, the project data, knowledge management that can give us the opportunity to the certain knowledge, tacit knowledge transforms in explicit and document all in order to have the information of the company very safeguard, okay? Networks, supplier relationships, industry connections with certain associations, certain institutes of technology, institute of development or research, etc. And we have another tool, a kind of framework to analyze that is called VRIO. VRIO, what does the mean of VRIO? Acronym of value, rarity, depends the factor of originality, imitability, the potential to be imitate. We reviewed this with Kidzania. Remember that Javier Lopez Ancona said, oh, in China we have different guys that is imitating Kidzania concept. And the total organization provides a structural kind of approach to evaluate resources and determining their potential to contribute to the competitive advantage and to consider it in a sustainable way. Okay? Good. So, do you remember this the value chain model from Mr. Michael Porter. Michael Porter, Harvard Business School professor, a leading professor, that considered 5 activities in line or in a sequential situation related with the production, the design, production, and deliver of the product or service or process. It means inbound logistics, all the raw materials considering, operations, the process that transforms raw materials into semi-finished or finished goods, and then outbound logistics means I'm going to send from my facility, from my production plant to the warehouse regionally. Just for instance, if I'm producing here in Monterrey, I'm going to send to the borderline or to Tijuana or to Merida or Puebla or in the western side to Guadalajara, certain points. Strategic regional warehouses, outbound logistics, or even US in Texas, Houston, Galveston, or in Abel in Europe, and then different places in the world, Far East, Japan, or Korea, Mumbai in India, whatever. No, we have, or even in South America, just for instance, in Chile and Argentina, Brazil, or certain places in Central America could be. Okay, outbound logistics. And then how we are going to promote the product with marketing, with Salesforce, with e-commerce, with tech reps, sales rep related with this. And I'm going to consider a certain area, very important area that gives support to the customer or the user, the end user, the consumer. For instance, before they apply the product or using the product, during the using of the product and after the use of the product. We're going to give warranties program, maintenance, and certain certifications during that process, okay, in order that we can support the application of our product or service, okay? And we have very important 4 different areas. Just for instance, the area of purchasing, procurement, that gives support in every other primary activities. So these activities in this is like a staff, like a parachute, like a umbrella that protect all the sequential activities. We consider supporting or support activities, procurement, technological issues, human resources, human capital in every step, in every activity is related, and the firm infrastructure. What is the meaning of infrastructure? Considering general management, finance, accounting, technological information, and legal issues, for instance, okay? These are a kind of staffing areas that is protecting or supporting the other primary activities and even certain secondary or supporting activities, okay? This is the value chain model. And then after the cost, the sum of all the costs related with the internal primary activities and internal supporting activities, we have the right to consider certain margin. Okay, this is the created value that we have. We are going to sell this product with this margin. And the consumer, the customer, is it willing to pay that value because he's receiving value. He's having or is detecting or enhancing certain properties, attributes from the product, service, or the process that is receiving, and he or she is willing to pay that. He agreed to pay that. He's satisfied or she is satisfied with this. So, as a summary, we understand we have 2 blocks, 2 different areas. Primary activities, as I explained you, inbound logistic, operations, outbound logistics, marketing and sales, service, and supporting or support activities, the firms of the infrastructure, the human resources or human talent, technology development, and procurement. And then we are going to have from this side, it means left side to right hand, we have, or right side, we are moving the materials. You see, we have raw materials here, transforming with the process, outbound in logistic, material. We are moving, it's a flow, streamline of materials. We are moving materials. And information goes in the opposite side. Just for instance, in a restaurant, you're going to Casa Toño, just for instance, and you ask, okay, I want pozole, and I want certain quesadillas or enchiladas. Okay. And café de olla. Okay. The order is taking care, the waiter in this moment, and is moving the information from right side to the left, because we are giving service here, so it's moving in the opposite. And in the kitchen, preparing all the materials, all the dishes, is moving from the preparation to the customer, and then it's finding this. Okay. So primary activities are related with the transformation of the product from inbound to after sales service. Supporting activities are related with the all staffing areas, firm of this infrastructure, human resources, technology development, procurement. All are related on all of the primary activities. So we're going to review in a few minutes. In this video is going to be explained what is the situation with the value chain. Okay, let me put the video and we're going to review this.
What is a value chain? A string of collaborating players who work together to satisfy market demands for specific products or services is called a value chain. The intent of a value chain is to increase the value of a product or service. Value chains integrate a variety of supply chain activities throughout the product or service lifecycle, such as determination of customer needs, production, distribution, marketing, and after-sales service. What is a value stream? It is a sequence of activities required to design, produce, and deliver a good or service to the market. It may be controlled by a single business or by a network of several businesses. For a product, value stream encompasses raw material supplier, manufacturer, and distribution network. For a service, value stream consists of suppliers, technology, service producer, and distribution channel. What is value stream mapping? It is a two-step process. First, you draw the value stream map or flow of your current supply chain, and then you draw an improved and most effective flow for your product or service. What is Porter's value chain? Porter's value chain focuses on systems and how inputs are changed into the outputs. Using this viewpoint, Porter described a chain of activities that are common to all businesses, and he divided them into two types of activities: primary activities and support activities. It is illustrated in this figure. Primary activities. They are related to the physical creation, sale, maintenance, and support of a product or service. They consist of inbound logistics, operations, outbound logistics, marketing and sales, and service. Inbound logistics are the processes related to receiving, storing, and distributing inputs. Operations are the activities that change inputs into outputs. Here, operational systems create value. Outbound logistics are the activities that deliver your product or service to your customer. Marketing and sales are the processes you use to persuade clients to purchase from you instead of your competitors. Service are the activities related to after-sales service. Support activities. They support the primary activities. In our diagram, the dotted lines show that each support activity plays a role in each primary activity. For example, procurement supports operations with certain activities, but it also supports marketing and sales with other activities. Support activities are procurement or purchasing, human resource management, technological development, and infrastructure. Procurement is what the organization does to includes finding vendors and negotiating best prices. Human resource management is how well a company recruits, trains, motivates, and rewards its workers. Technological development activities relate to managing and processing information. An infrastructure is a company's support systems and the functions that allow it to maintain daily operations. For example, accounting, legal, administrative, and general management.
So, we review in this video, very clear that at the end of the operations, as a company, we need to develop certain portfolio of projects related with all the activities, support activities, or obviously direct activities or primary activities. It means inbound logistics, operations, outbound logistics, marketing and sales, services like warranty, maintenance, etc. And this is primarily related with the staffing, procurement, technological development, human resources management, and also infrastructure of the company or firm infrastructure. So at the same time, Mr. Porter said, Dr. Porter said, we have three different ways to generate value through certain competitive advantageous approaches. First of all, we have be the main supplier. It means the dominant supplier means leadership in cost. So I will have the better cost ever. It means I reduced the price. It means the leader in cost is not exactly the cheaper. It means you are not going to reduce the price at the lower price. It means in a certain war of prices, you will survive. You will stay alive because you have the best cost ever. So you can reduce the cost. Is not the way to do it, but in a crisis situation, you will have the highest lowest price. I mean, the higher opportunity to handle the situation. So you will be dominant supplier. Another exception, if you are not the dominant supplier in the market, you can have certain attributes in your product to be differentiated. I'm the faster, I have the best logistic, I have the best sales department and a tech reps explanation or technical support. I have the best technology, so I be differentiated in certain attribute. Or I don't have differentiation. I am not the dominant supplier, but I only consider a niche. It means high segmentation in order to establish, okay, will be my niche. I'm going to be focused only in that. So I will be the best of the best in that small segment of the market, okay? And consider it intangibility of your services, the perception or during of the competitive advantage, and supporting is all together, considering not separating, not splitting your activities, and how you are homogeneous or different diversification in your offer, in your proposal, business proposal. And then at the end of the day, you have to increase the value. It means more margin, profit margin, that you can recover the cost. You compete similar to the competition or with a lower price of the competition or higher price of the competition. It depends on your strategy and even how you are going to charge in the price until the perception of the customer. O sea, I'm willing to pay that because I receive value, okay? At the end, that certain amount of buyers are willing to pay for that service, product, or process that you are providing, and your goal is maximize your margin. So in the next video, we're going to review just again how it's a different kind of value chains, and at the end of the moment, at the end of the equation, we need to improve profitability. Okay, not only sell more product, no, having better results in profitability through competitive advantage or reduced costs. Okay.
What is the value chain? To visualize what the value chain is, let's imagine a real chain with its links. Each of these links corresponds to one of the activities carried out by a company. One of them would be design, another production, and another distribution and sales, and so on, including all necessary activities until selling a product or providing a service. As we move along the chain of activities, the product's value for the consumer increases. From there comes the name value chain. More links in our chain mean more value in the final product. All these essential activities to produce a product or provide a service are divided into two types: primary or line activities and support activities. Now we will look at what each group consists of. Primary or line activities are those directly involved with the production and marketing of the product. Inbound internal logistics. By this name, we mean managing, receiving, and storing the raw materials we need to manufacture the product. Operations, production. These raw materials must be processed to transform them into the final product. This is what we all associate with a company's activity. For example, we assume a car factory manufactures cars. External logistics, outbound. Once the product is finished, it needs to be stored. Later, it must be delivered to the consumer. This last step is called distribution and can be done through stores or directly. Marketing and sales. Activities that make the product known. Services. Here we include warranties, installation, repair, and maintenance. These are activities through which the value of the product is maintained and enhanced. Support or assistance activities. Support or assistance activities are not directly related to production and marketing, but they are essential. They are the necessary activities for the main ones to take place. But that doesn't mean we have to remove them from the chain, since they also add value to the product. Organization's infrastructure. These are the activities that support the entire company, such as planning, accounting and finance, and human resource management, recruitment, hiring, training, and staff development. Technology development. Activities related to technological research and necessary development to support the other activities. Procurement, storage, and accumulation of merchandise items, materials, etc. The usefulness of the value chain. Once we have seen all these links, we will ask ourselves why it is useful to analyze the value chain of our company, or of each of our products or services. Well, the value chain is a very useful way to analyze how a company works. Thanks to this analysis, one can appreciate the details of the operation. They see which links have the failures and at which points the successes lie. One of the objectives of this analysis can be to reduce costs. And healthy to reduce costs, but always knowing the right place to cut, since there is a technological limit to how far we can reduce these costs without making a worse product. For example, an analysis could advise us to practice outsourcing. That is, outsourcing certain activities to be performed by other companies. But we said that we will also find certain factors, We will consider those specific factors as competitive advantages of our products or services. In other words, what good do we offer that no one else does? If we identify a competitive advantage, the goal should be to work on maintaining it, since profitability can often be achieved by increasing the value of what we produce, instead of reducing costs. Conclusion. Analyzing the value chain of our company, we perhaps identify two things: what we do very well and what we do very badly. It is rare that everything is done with the same efficiency or lack thereof, throughout a process composed of multiple quite distinct activities. Therefore, the value chain isolates those activities and analyzes them one by one. In that analysis, it can be seen if too much or too little is invested in each activity or link, and thus costs can be reduced or competitive advantages increased. The ultimate goal of any company does not have to be exclusively to reduce costs, but to be profitable. Profitability is the value of our product minus what it cost us to make it. Therefore, profitability can come from offering a cheap product, but it could also come from offering a good, competitive product. The value chain helps us identify in great detail where the value of our product lies. And for this reason, it could lead us to both reduce costs in one area, as well as to strengthen investment in others to increase sales.
Well, as we have seen in the video, we will have different approaches to increase sales, increase income, revenues, sales revenues, or even reduce the resources that we are using for produce that product, service, or process. It means reduction in the cost. And as this video said, we have areas to be increased. It means to be improved in the way of doing good for reduce cost, improvement in that to reduce cost, or even have a not a cheaper product, could be a competitive or very good product with a higher price, but with a higher quality. It depends of the consumer. So this value chain model, we can use it in different ways, in different kind of process or products or services. For instance, in the IT, during a situation, for instance, we are using the IT support in different activities, primary activities. For instance, inbound logistics with warehousing information, operations with lean manufacturing processes, outbound logistics with telemarketing or certain supporting with the customers, interactions process with the customers or with the consumers, the end users. The case of sales and marketing with emphasis in the sales force support, and even with service with warranties or schemes of supporting the end users. And in the case of that, the margin, as we explained, we need to recover the cost and also have a margin, a project profit margin. Consider, for instance, online purchases from procurement, computer design, or electronic market research, data analysis, or data mining for technological development, human resources management, hiring, automatic labor, scheduling, or vacations, holiday, whatever, and the firm planning models in order to be receiving the support from IT. So this is an example that we are having the cross links between all the activities in a horizontal and vertical way, cross lines between supporting areas, supporting activities with the primary activities. As we review the VRIO model framework, value, certain questions that does the resources enable the organization to exploit opportunities or neutralize threats. So we need to be careful about the threats in the environmental, in the context. Rarity is the resources controlled by only a small number of competing firms. It means always a very a lot of competitors, diverse competitors. So it's a very customized situation. Imitability, is it difficult for the competitors to imitate our model or substitute the resources that we have? Organization, is the firm organized to exploit the full potential of the resources? It's a very good question. So capabilities from project engineering can give us technical issues, technical capabilities, design expertise, system integrations, certain skills, technical problem solving, mindset, quality assurance processes, and the ability to implement innovative solutions. It's very important, innovation. Relational capabilities. It means customer relationship management, supply chain coordination, cross-functional collaboration between certain finance areas with the operations areas, with the credit and the sales and human resources, talent, people, etc. Stakeholders engagement, the commitment of the stakeholders, and the ability to form effective project teams. It's very important that the atmosphere that we have. Project management capabilities, planning and scheduling competencies, resource allocations, efficiency, risk management processes, stakeholders management approaches, and project control systems. And finally, but not easily considered less important, adaptive capabilities. It's the change management processes, organizational learning systems, flexibility in project delivery, innovation management, and responsiveness to emerging challenges. Okay? And Mr. Porter said, a strategy, a real strategy, delineates a territory, exactly a territory in which a company seeks to be unique. It means the name of the game is to be unique because you have all the attributes related with your performance and you are unique, so your rivals are far away from you. So if you can have that opportunity to have certain attributes that gives you the opportunity to be unique, so you will be outstanding. You will be excellent competitor. You will be the supplier, the excellent, the dominant supplier in that sector, in that niche, in that market. So it's very important that. So we are 8:05. So we will going to, why don't we take a few minutes, 10 minutes from, well, it means 13 minutes, 2020. We're going to come back to 8:20, 10 minutes past 8, to come back and continue with the session in order to have a better second part of the session, and we will present the video of Lego, okay? Before we go to the break, any questions? The things that we are reviewing? No?
Thank you.
Okay, 13 minutes, 10 minutes, sorry, 20 past 8. Okay, 20 minutes until 8:20, okay? Thanks. I'm going to close my camera. Okay, 1 minute. And we continue. Okay, let's continue. I'm going to share again my screen. Need to be co-host before. Let me see. Okay, here. Host me, and here's the other one. Okay, here. Make co-host. Okay, confirm. Now, okay, yes. Good. I'm going to share my screen again and continue with the presentation. Okay, here we are. Okay, after the break, yes, we continue. So the things is that we are trying to build sustainable advantage. It means now with the project management, with the project development, we are going to improve those issues, those aspects that can give us the sustainability of the advantage. It means certain tools that we are using in project management is very useful for the sustainability of the competitive advantage, like the analysis of risk management. It means systematically identify, analyze, and give quick response to risks, to certain threats, and create resilience that competitors struggle to replicate in proactive threat mitigation, opportunity exploitation, and resilience planning. And also in the area of procurement, strategic supplier relationships and efficient procurement systems create barriers to entry for certain rivals, for the competitors. Preferred supplier arrangements, contract optimization, supply chain integration, and so on things. And then stakeholder management. Deep stakeholder engagement, the commitment of the stakeholder are very important. Creates a kind of network effects and very good reputation that are very difficult to duplicate or replicate. It means trust-based relationships, co-creation processes, and influence networks. So give us good competitive advantages. And it's very important to understand that in the strategic way, and basically in the adaptive or agile methodologies, we have formulation of strategic objectives. It means the famous OKRs, objectives, key results. It means the letters means O, objectives, K, key, R, results, objectives, key results. It's a kind of tools, methodology, framework that we are using for formulate strategic objectives. What is an objective? Simply, it's an objective, simply what do we achieved. We want to accomplish, no more, no less, that's it, very simple. The things that we are simply going to be achieved. What is a key result? Key result is a kind of benchmark, a kind of comparison, and give us the opportunity to establish monitoring how we are getting, how we are hitting, how we are accomplishing, how we are achieving the objectives, okay? Objectives, simply the things that we are going to achieve. Key results at certain steps to monitor how we are going to achieve the objectives. Remembering our model, this model gives us, remember the philosophy, mission, try to take over the world in logistics, in finance, in accounting, in manufacturing, in selling, whatever. Vision, one day I will conquer a different planet, different country, a different market, whatever. So today is my mission to try to take over the world in this. Tomorrow I will accomplish a strategic legacy objective. And then with the diagnosis, internal diagnosis, that things that we are doing very well and the things that we are not doing good or we are doing very badly, are the external analysis give us with customers, with markets, with competition, with the context. Okay, things that is important to measure, to monitor in order to take advantage of that or avoid risky situations. It means opportunities and threats and strengths and weaknesses. With that diagnosis, with that photograph of the moment, we have strategic objectives. And then after those, this is the what, and those will be solved, will be achieved, accomplished with certain strategies. So we are here in this section, and then we will continue in the next blocks, okay? So to develop objectives and key results, it's very important to understand that following the formulation of smart strategy to design or to establish, to formulate, to set the objectives. For instance, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-based or time-bound. Time-bounded. It means I'm going to add another two. So smarter than smart. It means ethical. All the objectives have to be ethical with integrity, honesty, all the things that related with the morale, okay? And rewarding, I need to reward the guys that are using or having a very good performance. So regarding, okay? So smarter. How we formulate the OKRs. What are OKRs? As we said, objectives and key results is a management methodology framework which helps us to ensure that our company focus efforts on had to be focused in the important issues throughout within the whole organization. It means objective is what you want to accomplish. Very simple. A good objective has to be significant, give you significant, meaningful, concrete, has to be concrete, action-oriented, focusing on aims something, and inspirational. It means can be set annually, quarterly, monthly, every half of the year, every bi-weekly, every month, every week, every day, and even in a long term. But basically, we have a foundation that you need to review your OKRs every quarter of the year, every 3 months. Every 3 months, you're going to review. First quarter, January, February, March. The second quarter will be April, May, June. It means the first half of the year, first semester, those. And the third and fourth quarter will be during the second half. It means July, August, September, and finally October, November, December. Okay? Every 3 months, every quarter of the year. So, a good objective, significant, concrete, action-oriented, and inspirational. What is a key result? Key results are how you will accomplish the objectives, how you are doing, like you are moving in a route from certain place to one another destination. It means your key result will be, oh, I'm going to have a fuel here, we have a gas station, and then I'm going to have lunch here, and then I'm going to buy certain issues, and then I'm going to have this this bridge. I'm going to pay certain amount to cross, and this is the borderline, and I cross now. I accomplish. It's like your route. It means good key results are, as we said, smart, specific, time-bound, aggressive, realistic. It means realistic, and aggressive will be that it's going to be inspirational, going to be challenge. We are challenged, measurable, and verifiable. Can be set quarterly, as explained, and evolve. It means evolution as work progresses. It means progressive advance. Okay? Those are the key results. Objectives, we consider goals that inspires and set direction. Give us course. Where do I need to go, or where do I want to go? Key results, steps that measure progress towards the objectives. How do I know I am getting there? And after that, we have initiatives, strategic initiatives, certain tasks required to drive progress of key results. What will I do to get there? How resources, how capabilities, how things do I need to invest or have in order to accomplish the objectives? It means first step, define the objectives. Second step, define the key results. It means your sections that you are having assure that you are accomplish the objective. And finally, measuring key results. How do I going to measure that? Okay? We're going to view a small video that explains in a better way how we are doing. This is a kind of software that we are using for OKRs. It's not the only one. We have several. But just for instance, an example, what is OKRs in general? It's a basic information, but it's very important to have.
Objectives and Key Results, or OKR, is a popular technique for setting goals within organizations. Its main usage is to connect company, team, and personal objectives to measurable results. OKR methodology is used by companies like Google, LinkedIn, and Twitter to help manage their teams and reach their goals. In this video, we'll go over the basics of OKR methodology to help get you started. The OKR structure is very simple. There are two parts, objectives and key results. Objectives are your long-term goals, and your key results are the ways you accomplish those goals. Key results should be quantifiable, achievable, lead to objective grading, and also be a little bit difficult, but not impossible. OKR results can be based on growth, performance, revenue, or engagement. For every objective you have, there should be about 3 to 5 key results. Each key result has a progress indicator on a score of 0 to 100%, and as you complete each key result, you feed into the progress of the overall goal. OKRs are usually set for monthly or quarterly periods. As people start working towards their goals, they update their result indicator. An objective is considered done when 70 to 75% of its results have been achieved. If 100% of an objective results get accomplished, it's not considered ambitious enough. It's important to review OKRs regularly and address issues and restructure goals if needed. OKRs provide countless benefits. They help you maintain the company vision by having goals and objectives always available to employees. You can record and track your progress, and they also act as great methods for performance reviews. Now, are OKRs right for you? Well, OKR is used by many teams and companies of all sizes and organization. If you're a 1,000-person corporation, a small startup, or even a church or nonprofit organization, OKR methodology can help your people move in the right direction. Using an online tool like Weekdone helps automate the process of implementing OKR methodology. You can also check out OKRexamples.co to see examples of OKRs to help you and your team get started.
Okay, I'm going to come back a little bit. Let me check where is the... Okay. Just for instance, just review this structure of the OKRs. For instance,
Performance, revenue.
remember that OKR is objective and key results. And the video and the general concept of the OKRs framework establish that you have one objective and maybe from 3 to 5 key results, not more, because if you have more than 5, you will fail in every. But if you have 3 to 4, maybe you will achieve all of them. So it's a good recommendation. Just for instance, example, we are going to consider a project that gives us an increase in revenues. The objectives, key results have to be based, the foundations, in certain issues that give us growth, have a better or improved performance, increase revenues, and establish or set or gain engagement, commitment of the people. Yes? Entonces, so we need to consider increased revenues. This is our job objectives. Key results are, in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's good. It's less than 5. It's more than 3, at least from 3 to 5. Okay. Increased revenues based on growth. Sell 10,000 products, different new products, just for instance, or 10,000 is the amount, the quantity of the products. The amount will be maybe $1 million, just for instance, I don't know, or $100,000. I mean, sell 10,000 products. It's based on growth. Another key R is for contribute to the increase of revenue, I need to launch 4 new marketing campaigns. Could be each quarter from January to March, 1 campaign, from April to June, the 2nd campaign, and eventually the 3rd quarter, the 3rd campaign, and the last quarter of the year, the 4th campaign, October, November, and December. It's based in performance, establish and perform certain issues. Next, find new business partners. It means alliances. It means revenues, related with revenues. Give us opportunity to certain providers or certain suppliers or certain competitors will be, I don't know, because you remember in the warfare, the marketing warfare, in the business development warfare, the enemy of my enemy could be my friend. It means we are together trying to beat the other competitor. So find new partners, okay? And finally, expand to 2 new markets. Could be international expansion. So related with this, the OKRs are related with established projects to sell in this moment growth, 10,000 new products, or the quantity of products based in projects related with performance, launch new for marketing campaigns, projects related with the revenues, so find 3 new business partners, and related with the human talent or the human culture, the engagement of people, expand to 2 new markets and establish. Remember that for Mr. Javier Lopez Ancona, one of the issues most important is the culture, the shared values. So, and finally, I'm going to share another ideas from here. Let me see. Here, OKRs give us in the business model can give us good focus in maintain company vision. So remember, our mission is try to take over the world every moment, in certain area. My objective image, our vision is, okay, I'm going to conquer the planetary system in the next decade, in the next following 5 years, whatever. So maintain our company vision. Another thing is complete transparency. What is this? In agility, it's very important, the transparency, because it's a pillar for the agility. You have to transparent all the operations that give the opportunity to all the people in the organization be projected. Oh, I need to contribute to those objectives. And if we report OKRs and put it in a Kanban, for instance, this is the thing that you are doing. This is our product backlog. We need to consider all the activities. This is the things that we are doing, work in process, and this is the things that are done, or this need to be approved, or authorization, expecting authorization, waiting for someone that can give the go ahead. And then in that kind of different pillars, different columns, we have, okay, transparency of the process. The project is moving this, and is in this stage, and the other project is related with this, and all the portfolios we have transparency for all the people. And obviously give us record and track progress. We are making follow-up of the situation, as explained in a Kanban diagram, in a Kanban visualization. We have, okay, things, product backlog that we have to consider, things is working or to do, and done, and expecting authorization. Okay. And at the end of the day, also is moving the reviewing of the performance, progress by progress. Okay. The main issues is that. Okay. And one of the most important authors of the human capital is Mr. Kenneth Blanchard. He has several books, all the books that you can find about this author. Please read it. It's an authority in the human capital issues. It's in the leadership management is an authority. It's a very good author. This guy said, all good performance. This is a very important reflection. All good performance start with the creation objectives. It means good creation. Sorry, I have create clearly objectives. All good performance start with clear objectives. Okay, This is very, very important to establish awesome activities in the cultural way. So, how is the translation of this? The good objectives have to be considered in the corporate strategies for specific projects. It means corporate strategies for project engineering give us focused strategy. It means specifying the project types, engineering discipline, market segments, where the organization's capability create distinctive value. Okay? Diversification strategy, expanding into new project types, engineering disciplines, or market segments to leverage, it's a leverage capabilities across different kind of contexts, different sector, different niche, different markets, different consumers, diversification, okay? Partnership strategy between alliances and these kind of things. Collaborating with other organizations to combine complementary capabilities and deliver integrated solutions. So we establish alliances in order to give a better results, okay? And finally, internationalization strategy. It means globally strategy. It means expanding project delivery capabilities into new geographic markets, adapting to local conditions while leveraging core capabilities. It means like multinationals companies think global, act local. So each strategy should give us selected basis of the project engineering issues. Okay, this is one of like Mr. Kenneth Blanchard, Mr. Philip Kotler is one of the authors, very authority in marketing, classic marketing. He's a dean from Kellogg University, and he said that at the end of the day, the work of a marketer, a good marketer or market management, it means talking about like we have projects in marketing, marketers or project engineering for marketing, is to create, communicate, deliver value in certain target group or target market with a profitable way. CCDVTP, create, communicate, deliver value to certain target in a profitable way, okay? That is the most important thing. That's it. We're going to review this video that gives us the idea from Mr. Kotler, Philip Kotler.
This is the mantra of marketing, CCDVTP. I mean, I don't know if your boss quoted that. Probably not, because I just invented it. But what it means is your job is to create, communicate, and deliver V, value, to a T, target market, at a P, profit. Create, communicate, and deliver value to a target market at a profit. Now, let's take the create, communicate, and deliver. Creating value is called product management. Your product may be a service, but whether it's a tangible or an intangible, some way your company must have product management. That's creating value. But you have to communicate value. That's called branding. And that's brand management. There's a difference between product management and brand management. You could have 5 products. What have you done to brand them? To communicate excitement, differentiation, and so on. And then to deliver value is called customer management. So you're in 3 businesses: product management, brand management, and customer management. And they've changed. You know, product management was really this business of you have a company, and from the inside you make things, and then you ask the sales and marketing people to get rid of them. You do it inside. You do it with your scientists and engineers. What's changing in product management today? Take Procter & Gamble. The ones making a new product for Procter & Gamble are not just their scientists inside. They have connected with 10 times as many scientists outside. See, the old idea was you've got to do things secretly. In other words, you're inventing something that Unilever shouldn't know about. Closed doors. Now, P&G will tap scientists anywhere in the world where they have solutions to a problem that P&G wants to solve. For example, P&G makes Pringles, and they decided that for kids they'd like to print funny things on each Pringle, which is a potato chip. How do you print a funny thing, a picture or a word, on a Pringle chip? And their scientists couldn't figure it out until they identified a cookie maker in Italy who has been printing things on his cookies. So it's called open technology. Open innovation is the word we're giving. Find the best ideas anywhere they can come from. So with respect to product management, we've opened it up. With respect to brand management, brand building, that used to mean packaging. It meant a name, a logo. Brand management today is what you're all about. The brand is a promise. The brand inspires everything you do. The way you act when you're approached and when you reach customers. And it's emotional. It'll be highly emotional. And there's a new direction. Emotions were generally thought, the formula was this: I'm going after your mind, I'm going after your heart. I want mind share and I want heart share. Now we're saying we also want spirit share. Share of something a little more than narrow to your own interests. We might be a firm that is civic, is caring, and we want to be appreciated because we care about the shape of the world, and that's called corporate social responsibility or whatever, but in creating an emotional relationship, it's more than limited to the person's own of his or her ego. So CCDVTP, and even the D of customer management has changed. Customer management, do you think you're doing customer management if you essentially have a database of customers and you're reaching them through direct mail and online email and so on? Is that really customer management, or is that dealing with a database? What's new about customer management is we want to meet the customers and know them really beyond the database. In fact, we want to get their help, to get the customer's help in creating products. We want to co-create with the customer our products. And we want to even co-create our advertising. We want their help in creating ads for us. Now, this is a radical change in marketing.
As Dr. Cutler said in this video, is very, very interesting. CCDVTP. What is the meaning of these initials? As I explain you, create, communicate, and deliver value. Most important thing is value to certain target group, target customers, target niche, whatever, and in a profitable way. The most important for the companies, profitable. The most important for the customers is receive the value perception, the palpability of the value. CCDBTP. And explain you, we have in the case of create the product management. In product management, we have the evolution for moving from establish a development of products in a secretly way inside our walls to open technology, open innovation. Explain with the potato chips, explain the certain funny things in the potato, and also give us the idea for brand management, not only product management. We have projects in product management, we have projects in brand management that is moving from the logo, from the traditional things into emotional issues. It means inspiring, considering your mind share, your heart share, and now your soul, your spirit share. So it's more emotional, the branding situation with the customers, with the end user, with the consumers. And also it's considered customer management. What is the meaning of the customer? It's not dealing with the database. It's not send or social network issues or sending direct mailing or telephone calls, interaction. In any interaction is considering meet the customer. It's not a database. And I'm not dealing with all the names and numbers. No, I am meeting. I meet the customers, and those at the same time are given the opportunity to deliver the value that we are producing, that we are setting, that we are having, transforming our issues into the more valuable opportunity to give service to the products, so the customer with the products, service, or processes. And then this is a kind of movement in the philosophy that we have, traditional philosophy, that we need to invite or commit or have the commitment with us, with customers, for co-create the new products, services, and processes, to co-advertise. It means ask, how do you want to communicate this kind of strategy of advertising? Okay, it's a change for the marketers, and each part, CCDBTP, we have projects in each one. So that is the model, the business model that we review with Porters. Remember the value chain model to increase capacities, to increase capabilities, to increase internal competitiveness. We have the philosophy from Mr. Kotler, about the CCBTP issues for a marketer, and we have the crown of jewels of the model, business model canvas. Is the most recent model that we have. Mr. Alexander Osterwalder, Swiss guy, in his doctorate dissertation, developed this model. The Alexander Osterwalder was the thesis. Okay, it's also nine activities from like Mr. Potter. It's 9 blocks, but it's not in a sequential way. This block is certain accommodations, certain arrangement that give us 4 response to 4 asking questions. Who, to whom, or who are our customers? Like Derek Abel model, who are customers? What will be our value proposition? Who, customers? What things we are going to offer? The process, the product, the products, etc. And how we are going to support. Who, what, how, and how much income we are going to have, the streamline, the financial numbers, and how much is going to cost us that operation? So those 4 questions give us with the business model canvas. Who are customers, end users, consumers? What is going to be our value proposition? How we are going to support that with certain activities, certain resources, certain alliances, etc. And how much incomes we're going to have, how much cost we are going to have to support that business proposal. And eventually, when we have more incomes than cost, the margin will be higher, the profitability, the CCDBTP, profitable, will be very awesome. Okay, we're going to review this model, business model canvas. So what is the business model canvas? How we produce or how we describe this model? Let me lower my hand. Okay. How can you describe this business model canvas? We're going to be in this small video that is, this model is created, it was created for a startup, very few structure, good ideas, no many support, but important to have the ideas, the concept, and is launching this, and eventually for a medium-sized or medium-sized, petit moyen entreprises, or even for high corporations, very high dominant suppliers, worldwide operations, multinationals. Okay, and we is having to review this every 6 months at least. It means your iterations every 6 months to review the situation with the canvas.
An organization's business model can be described with 9 basic building blocks: your customer segments, your value proposition for each segment, the channels to reach customers, customer relationships you establish, the revenue streams you generate, the key resources and key activities you require to create value, the key partners, and the cost structure of the business model. But it's not sufficient to just enumerate the 9 building blocks. What you really want to do is to map them out on a pre-structured canvas. This is what we call the business model canvas, the tool that helps you map, discuss, design, and invent new business models. Let's briefly go through the 9 building blocks, starting with the customer segments. These are all the people or organizations for which you're creating value. This includes simple users and paying customers. For each segment, you have a specific value proposition. These are the bundles of products and services that create value for your customers. The channels interacting with customers and delivering value. The customer relationships outline the type of relationship you're establishing with your customers. The revenue streams make clear how and through which pricing mechanisms your business model is capturing value. Then you need to describe the infrastructure to create, deliver, and capture value. The key resources show which assets are indispensable in your business model. The key activities show which things you really need to be able to perform well. The key partners show who can help you leverage your business model, since you won't own all key resources yourself, nor will you perform all key activities. Then once you understand your business model's infrastructure, you'll also have an idea of its cost structure. So with the business model canvas, you can map out your entire business model in one image. This works for startup entrepreneurs just as well as for the most senior executives.
So you are, as a strategist, as a project engineer, you're an artist. You're an artist, you're a marketer, you're a finance guy, you're a production manager or engineer, or you are in the logistic. You will be an artist. Canvas means all the area that you have to paint a masterpiece, like a La Gioconda, Mona Lisa. So it's a piece of art. It's the same. You are designing, you are formulating, you are setting the ideas how to create, communicate, capture value, and deliver to the customer. Remember the CCDVTP: create, communicate, deliver, value. And business model canvas can give that opportunity to design, formulate, establish, value, and deliver to certain target. It means certain customer, certain groups of segments, whatever. And finally, in a profitable way. So we're going to review this. Before you start with this, you need to consider map of empathy. An empathy map. What is the meaning of this? We have in our mind, in our system, the neuroscience give us the we move as individuals for moving towards happiness, towards to things that give us happiness, joy. I'm very happy for this. I'm happy for my family. I'm happy to have a raise in my salary, in my projection of development, human development, or a new position or enterprise, whatever. And I'm moving against the pain, in my pains, sad things, illness things that is effort for me. I try to run away for that. So in the extremes, you have total happiness, your creators, gain creators, and in the other side, you have your pains, the things that you already, this is a pain. Oh, I suffer for that. So you have both. First of all, you have here the things that you like. You aim. You like or dislike. It means gain results, wishes, needs, success. And in the other side, the opposite side, you have pain or efforts, fears, frustrations, obstacles, limitations, sad things. Okay? That is psychological. Now, neuroscience gives us that, based on the neuroscience. So, but also we have rational things and emotional things. We have visual situations. We have from our ears we listen to. We have kinesthetic things. We feel certain things with our hands, with our body, with our skin. We feel. We smell with our nose, smell, and we taste with our tongue, taste. So all the sensorial neuroscience gives us also that it's also brain chemistry. With our systems, we receive certain stimulation from the outside and give us internally perception. So that sensations transforms in perception, and all the things that we are designing in projects and new products, process, or whatever products is based in perception. So the things that we are rationally thinking, okay, the things that we are observing with our eyes, but we are observing with our listen to, because listen is with our ears plus interpretation of things. So what we hear, what we say, or what we feel in like this or dislike. So with this, we design the perception, and then this is the main issue from the Osterwalder business proposal. So we understand that we have a customer profile. It means issues that is related with the works, customer jobs. Just for instance, is moving to be a new student, pupil, or even a new teacher, or a doctor, certain illness, or a certain tourist guy, or whatever. And then they have frustrations, pains, or they have gains, joys. And then, so this profile of customer has to be aligned with our business value proposition from a company. Projects related with that. Gain creators that give gains to the customers. Pain relievers that reduce the pain of the customers. Product, services, and process that fit the needs, the requests, the requirements, the necessities of the customer. So that is the most important thing, the fit. You need to fit the value proposition to the profile of the customer, or the customer profile that fulfill the value proposition. Okay? This is explanation of the value proposition, how we design products and services, and how do we consider a project for that. The things based on the customer or customer want or users want or desires.
Every day, companies design products and services to improve their customers' lives. But 72% of new product and service innovations fail to deliver on expectations. This means that customers don't care about 7 out of 10 new products introduced to the market. It doesn't have to be this way. Just like you create value for your business with a business model canvas, there is in fact a tool to intentionally visualize, design, and test how you create value for customers. Proposition Canvas. The value proposition canvas is composed of 2 parts, the customer profile and the value map. With the customer profile, you describe the jobs your customers try to get done. Jobs can be functional, like getting from A to B, social, like impressing friends and colleagues, or emotional, like gaining peace of mind. You highlight your customers' pains, which annoy customers while trying to get a job done. Pains are negative outcomes that customers hope to avoid, like dissatisfactions with existing solutions and challenges, frustrations, risks, or obstacles related to performing a job. And you outline customer gains, which describe how customers measure the success of a job well done. Gains are positive outcomes that customers hope to achieve, like concrete results, benefits, and even aspirations. Use the customer profile to visualize, test, and track your understanding of the people or companies you intend to create value for. It's a map that becomes clearer the more you learn about your customers. The second part of the canvas is the value map. With it, you list the products and services your value proposition builds on. You describe in which way these products, services, and features are pain relievers, how they eliminate, reduce, or minimize pains customers care about, making their life easier. And you outline in which way they are gain creators, how they produce, increase, or maximize outcomes and benefits that your customers expect, desire, or would be surprised by. The value map makes explicit how your products and services relieve pains and create gains. Use it to design, test, and iterate your value proposition until you figure out what resonates with customers. You achieve fit by creating a clear connection between what matters to customers and how your products, services, and features ease pains and create gains. Great value propositions target essential customer jobs, pains, and gains, and do so extremely well. Your customer profile may contain countless jobs, pains, and gains, but your value map highlights which ones you intend to focus on. But don't forget, an outstanding value proposition can still fail if your business model is flawed. Successful companies embed outstanding value propositions in scalable and profitable business models. Use the value proposition canvas to create products and services that customers want. Get started at strategizer.com.
So this approach, this thesis, is based in the perception. It means with this business model, you can create, communicate, and deliver value. So, as I explained you before, is answering 4 questions. Who, to whom, who is our customer segmentations, customer segments? What is our value propositions? What will be our channels to those segments? And how we are gaining or connecting, bonding the relationship with customers. So, and this who with what is supporting by how key resources, how key activities we are developing, that we are having, and what kind of alliances we are having. Certain partners to establish a better infrastructure for the offer to the customers. So, and how much streamlined incomes you are producing, cash flow, and how you are supporting, how much cost structure you have for the resources, the activities, the alliances, the certain partners you are having. So at the end of the day, you are having this customer segments, what you are offering to who, what you are supporting with channels is a part of, is a co-creator of that business proposal, is supporting, and also you are having a relationship with you are bonding, building a high relationship, a higher and closer, warming relation, and then this produce revenues, streamline of revenues. How much? Incomes. And then how do you support with key resources, supporting your offer, your business proposal, how key activities you need to develop, to establish, to formulate, to set, to support the value proposition, and how key partners, alliances you need to establish to support your business proposal. And then those areas will cost something. Your cost structure has to be less than your revenues in order to have a profitable business. Okay? What are the key, most important takeaways that we have in the implementation? Critical success factors. Integrate quality, review, first of all, the evolution of the quality, human resources, the talent people, communications management systems. Develop resources that meet VRIO, remember the VRIO model, criteria, build complementary capabilities that create unique values through projects, establish sustainability mechanisms through risk, procurement, and stakeholders management through project engineering. And also, what will be our next steps? Conduct resources and using the VRIO framework, mapping integration, like in the business Canvas, you can map all your business process between management systems, identify sustainability vulnerabilities, and try to reduce, avoid, or even minimize or eliminate, and develop action plan to address competitive advantages gaps through programs, through portfolios, through projects. As Mrs. Coco Chanel, creator of Chanel, the house Chanel that many years after Karl Lagerfeld managed, said Coco Chanel, to be irreplaceable, to be irreplaceable, you should always be different. Diversification. You have to consider that. Okay? So we have time to review a small video from Lego. Now, remember that our first case was Kidzania. The second business case will be Lego. So we have this video is about 15-16 minutes. So we have time to see. And when we finish, we will continue the next week. Okay? So this is the presentation for today. Let me go to the Lego. Let me see, activity, where is Lego? Oh. I'm sure that I opened Lego. Yes, here we have Lego. Project Engineering, okay. So, let me see. Okay, September 22nd, remember when we established a certain business model case, business model, you have, next week we're going to have the general session, the plenary session. So remember that we, at the end of this session, we will have develop a managerial skills, etc. So we have the name of the case is Lights and Shadows in the Growth of Lego. So it's a contrast, things that we are doing very well and things that not we are doing very well or doing very badly. Okay, let me see. This is the Lego story. So prepare your popcorns, prepare your hot dogs for the next less than 20 minutes, but we're going to review the video, okay?
You've probably seen one of these, a Lego brick. But have you ever wondered how it all started and why it's called Lego? Actually, the name is much older than this plastic brick. Are you curious? Let me tell you how it all began. Many years ago, there was a skilled and hard-working carpenter named Ole Kirk Christensen. Ole was a respected carpenter with his own company, but times were hard, so he didn't have much money and had to dismiss his last worker.
Come on in.
I've closed down the workshop and packed my things.
Thank you. I suppose I'd better write you a paycheck. Take care. Well, that was the last one. I just didn't imagine that it would come to this.
I know. It's hard to understand. But at least now it can't get much worse.
But it did get worse. Shortly after, Ole lost his wife. But Ole was, and with the responsibility of his 4 sons, he had to think of something. Ole had gotten an idea. And for him, it never took long to put an idea into action. Ole's little invention made his boys so happy that he thought maybe he should start making toys. Ole decided to give it a try. Luckily, he had saved up a lot of wood from the carpentry production. He could now use it to make toys. Time passed by. And even though Ole was a skilled carpenter and had a good eye for quality and detail, sales were very slow. Luckily, one of his sons, Gottfried, started helping out his dad after school. Together, they just barely managed to keep up the production. Eventually, word began to spread that wooden toys of the finest quality were being made in the little workshop in Billund. One day, a man drove into town, a man who would change Ole's future. He was a wholesaler from Fredericia.
I've heard that you're making some very nice wooden toys.
Well, one does his best.
The wholesaler was very impressed with all the wooden toys and placed a big order before he left.
Now there's finally someone who can see the opportunities in what we're doing. Look at this. The wholesaler wants to put a lot of our toys into his store for the holidays. It's going to be a good Christmas this year, but we'll be busy.
Now there was a lot to do in the little workshop, and Ole could rehire his former workers. Ole only used the highest quality wood, which was hand-picked and very carefully prepared. They worked day and night to get the order finished, so the wholesaler could get the toys out in stores before Christmas.
Is there something wrong, Dad?
I'm afraid that we're in big trouble.
In the middle of their work, Ole received a letter saying that the wholesaler had filed for bankruptcy and couldn't buy the toys that he had ordered.
But what are you gonna do? What about Christmas? Now we can't even afford food?
I'll do it.
What are you gonna do, Dad?
I'll do it myself. I'll drive around selling the toys.
There was no time to lose. Ole packed the car with all the toys and drove off. Ole was a very good toy maker, but was not a very good salesman. He didn't like praising himself or talking about how carefully the toys had been made. But he had to keep trying if he was going to sell anything.
This is going to be a blast. Is there anything you're interested in?
It looks exciting, but I don't have a lot of money right now. Maybe we could trade and call it even.
Well, I would prefer money, but...
In the end, he succeeded in selling all the toys. He didn't receive as much money as he had hoped, but the family managed, and they had plenty of food for Christmas. Time passed by, but the toys didn't sell as quickly as they had expected. Ole thought perhaps the company needed a good name.
What should it be? It has to be a short word. I want it to convey playing well.
In Danish, playing well is called leg godt.
What should it be? What should it be? Yeah, if only I could get some sort of a sign. Lego.
As you can see, Ole himself ended up finding a very suitable name. But what he didn't know was that in Latin, the word Lego means I put together. The name Lego was well received, and the company slowly started to move forward.
We have made 3,000 crowns this year, and we have more orders than usual.
Did you say 3,000 crowns? Then you need to see what I've been looking at.
Even though Gottfried wasn't comfortable spending money on a milling machine, he could see that it was useful and that the quality of the toys improved.
Could you finish the last batch and get it ready for shipping?
I will. Dad, I've saved a lot of money for the company today.
Really? How?
I figured we could save money in the lacquer, so I only coated the ducks twice instead of 3 times.
You what?
Unfortunately, Gottfried's idea didn't go over well with Ole. Ole made Gottfried unpack all the ducks himself, give them the last layer of lacquer, and bring them back to the train station. Ole began not cheating his customer. Ole explained that that wasn't the way to create a good brand. This little lesson opened Gottfried's eyes to the fact that every detail matters, and only the best is good enough. In the late 1930s, Lego was making a profit. Even when the Second World War broke out, they tried to make the best out of a difficult time. It seemed nothing could go wrong. But a stormy night in 1942 changed their luck.
There's a fire! The workshop is on fire!
But when the firemen arrived, they were unable to save the workshop. It burned. All the drawings and models were destroyed. Ole was beginning to lose hope. All that he had worked for was gone, and he almost lost his company. But being responsible for his children and workers inspired him to rebuild Lego. A new factory was constructed. Soon the production of wooden toys started again. The little company fought its way back into the market. Gradually, the Lego factory began to run smoothly, and Ole started looking for new challenges. One day, he went to Copenhagen to look at a new machine that had just arrived in Denmark. It was a plastic molding machine, and Ole was very excited about it.
Should we buy it? It sure is a good bargain, and it will give us a lot of opportunities.
Well, it does sound interesting, but it is a lot of money.
I'll take that as a yes.
When the plastic molding machine finally arrived, Ole started making little plastic teddy bears and rattles. But he still had the plastic bricks that he had received at the fair. There was something about them that he couldn't stop thinking about. And even though no one else could see the potential in them, Ole decided to redesign and put them into production. But it was when Lego first launched the Gray Ferguson tractor that the plastic toys became a success. Unfortunately, the sales were dropping during the summer, and the company had too many toys in stock.
This can't be right! Of course our products can be sold the whole year, not only for Christmas.
Gottfried decided that he would go out and sell the toys himself. Gottfried brought his wife Edith as company and moral support.
If you can't get cash, then we need butter and eggs.
Well, it wasn't that bad. Gottfried was a success in his trip around the country, which helped Lego to get out of its financial crisis. They reached home just in time for Ole's birthday party. Ole turned 60, and the whole family was gathered to celebrate with him.
Well, I guess it was a long trip around the country.
Hey, I got an idea. Listen. What about a picture with patience?
Everyone thought that was a good idea, and we were placed on the sofa with all the presents and flowers around us. On a business trip to England, Gottfried met the head of a big shopping center on his way home. They discussed the toy industry, and the conversation would be very important to the future of Lego.
Damn this industry! I just think that toys are no good nowadays.
What do you mean? I think they're working very well.
Oh, they work fine, sure, but there's no system in anything.
System? System? There isn't any system.
What in the world are you doing, Gottfried?
There isn't any system. The toys need an idea and a system built around it. I want to put system into play. Children have only been offered ready-made solutions. They need something different that will strengthen their imagination and creativity.
So you're trying to put Lego into a system? Interesting.
That same year, Lego started producing the first Lego system of play. Children could now build houses from the Lego bricks. The town plan gave play a realistic town setting, and with this, children learned about traffic safety. My sisters and I could play with the new Lego system for hours. Some people said we were the luckiest children in the world because we grew up in a toy factory. It was a huge breakthrough, and Gottfried decided to try selling it outside of Denmark. The system of play was so popular that they managed to sell it to many countries.
Look what I just built!
That is really nice, Kel.
Even though Lego was meant for only building houses, there was still a lot of opportunities. There was just one problem.
I can't lift it up. It keeps falling apart.
That made Gottfried wonder. He wanted to find a way to make the Lego bricks stick together, but that was easier said than done. Gottfried noticed that the Lego bricks got a better clutch power with tubes inside. Now it was no longer just bricks, but a whole construction system with endless possibilities. This was groundbreaking for the Lego product. With a child's imagination, Lego could be anything in the world, over and over again. The imagination is the limit.
Look, Dad! Now I can build everything!
Unfortunately, Ole never got to see how successful the little brick actually became. Gottfried was left on his own, and he had to go through another fire at Lego that destroyed most of the wood production. Just like his father, Gottfried knew that he had to try to get the best out of any situation and never give up. Gottfried took the hard times with his head held high. As sales grew, the company also got bigger. He had to think ahead, and he decided not to resume the production of wooden toys and to only focus on the Lego system. It turned out to be a great decision. Many new models were built, and Lego got stronger in the toy industry.
Sir, which one of these do you think is the best?
That one.
Even though it got busier at Lego, Gottfried still had bigger plans. Now he wanted to build an airport. so it would be easier to sell his toys to the whole world. Like father, like son. It didn't take long to put his idea into action. Only 3 years later, Billund Airport was opened. The many guests and business connections who visited the company always wanted to see the modeling department. Gradually, it got so crowded that it was hard for the employees to keep up their work.
I think we better wait a while.
Gottfried could see that something had to be done. He needed a bigger place to display the Lego models.
I don't want to interrupt, so I'll just put this package of our new Lego train on the table.
Just put it there. Train?
The idea grew quickly from an exhibition room to an amusement park.
And then we could have a tower so you could look over the whole park from above, the whole town. It will be a land made out of Lego. Legoland!
Well, it looks interesting, but how many visitors are you actually counting on?
Well, I guess, 200, 300,000?
300,000?
Even though it sounded like a lot, my dad was actually pretty far off the mark. There were 600,000 guests the very first year. My family and I were there to greet the guests. We've kept up this tradition ever since. Now you know how it all began. Lego wouldn't be what it is today if it hadn't been for my grandfather's sense of quality and search for perfection. My father firmly believed in the endless possibilities of the Lego system. I seek to take the Lego idea even further, encouraging children to explore, experience, and express their own world, a world without limits. And we are still convinced that only the best is good enough, because children deserve the best.
So let me come back. Okay, open my camera. Okay, guys. Interesting story about Lego. When this story finished, starting our business case. So that will be the challenge for you to analyze individually. First of all, remember that you have 3 steps. First of all, make notes individually. After that, during our next week session, we are going to have a small certain time to review in teams. And remember, one of you will be responsible for supporting in the facts and evidences, the other in diagnostic of the problems or the fiance or the challenges, and the other will be responsible for the potential solutions. And together, we're going to review the decision, but some of you will have the value proposition. So remember this, make your notes, and see you the next week. Before we finish our connection, any questions? Any comment? Please feel free to consider in this moment. No questions? Interesting video.
Yeah, very interesting. Only about the summary, you will open the Canvas activity.
Can you do it? You didn't do it?
Yeah. That was I told you the.
You have done.
Yeah, I haven't find it. I don't know if
in the same. You can put it again, because I don't put it only 1 or 2 twice opportunities. It's in unlimited opportunities to submit.
No, I can't. I don't know why, but I can't.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Why? Let me see. Give me a minute. Let me review why. This is for edit. No, sorry, this is not. It's the models. Business case. No, third. Yeah, topics, individual. Okay, this is model 1 and model 2. Edit. Mm. Could be this problem. Please, can you try again?
Yeah, I believe I can now.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Any
thank you
question
very
before
much.
we remember that I'm going to download the video and put it in the canvas. And if you don't have any questions, see you next Monday. Have a wonderful week and blessings to you and your families. Okay?
You have a good week.
Thank you, Professor.
Okay, take care. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor.
See you next.
Thank you, Doctor. Have a good week.
Take care.
Thank you,
Have a wonderful.
Doctor. See you the next week.
See you. Okay. Bye-bye. Take care. Take care. Thank you.